standard 3v3v, what is it? 3v3v, whatever. Timer. You're right, timer. Timer has started. There you go. Thanks. I was in TSU Plowboys at Tarleton State University in college. What a name. Speed Demon, good to see ya. Welcome back, my love. I'll tell you what, Speed, you've got a very interesting start to a day. That being said, we are 2 minutes away from this one starting off here. So let's take a look at, yes, no, it's not overstat for once. Instead, it is the overall match day standings of Division I High School Apex at the Valhalla League here. Of course, WHS High School currently is in the league. 55 points, 24 to their placement. That means they have won 2 games, all right? So, that is going to be 2 wins in a row from them. Remember, they only play 2 games every single day of High School Apex. So, you know, measure your expectations here. So is everyone still invited to your pad for barbecue next week? There's a large sum of people invited to my pad for barbecue next week. Plowboy, if you have no idea, I'm going to touch on it because it's just very, very quick. We are a few days away here from the IRL Collegiate Apex Olympics, hosted here in Texas, hosted at my pad, March 10th through 11th. We've already dropped 2 of the individuals competing. There's a Limbox or Rico Jr. And then today we found out that Group T is also joining the crew here. So there might be some barbecue, but that is for another date. At least for now. Right now, WHSA are on a roll here. And I guess my next prediction will be, will WHS win Game 1? Yes or no? 2 minutes on the clock. It's up to you guys to get that prediction in. XPL WTX Trolls, 30 points. Their highest placement was a second place finish. There's VHCH Ravens with 18. CBC Esports Apex at 16. JSCH Apex at 11. Looks like we kind of have a very, very dominant lead for WHS. Where is SH Pojo ranked this week? 12th overall. Pojo Apex is currently 12th overall right now. They are third with 3. King of Apex, Hayden Brooks, 6, and B Smith. So they got some time ahead of them here. Looks like, yeah, WH High School, they were able to walk away with 12 elims in a dub for 24 points, and then 19 elims in a 12 for 31 points. So that's where their 55 comes from. That being said, let us pop into game here. It is going to be a little bit of a smaller lobby, as we sometimes see from the competitive high school Apex circuit. But hey, still a chance for these rosters to play out to their best ability. I know for a fact that a lot of these guys are across multiple games. They're not just playing Apex. Some of them are dedicated to Apex. WHS, they are the current lobby leaders. I'm Nezzy, a Masters level player, Phantom Masters, and Red Hood, an Apex Predator. Of course, you will see Red Hood there on that crypto today. So we'll see how that goes. No Navy Blue to be seen. That is the 3rd member of that roster. The Marauders, I liked them last time around. This time around, they are going to start with a little bit of a tussle to the muscle here outside of Lava Fissure. Arcstar is out. We'll see how this chase ensues. L-Star and the rest to boot. Matthew Moose, thank you so much. 20 stream streak. You've been here all throughout the February goodness. And I'll tell you what, you're here to watch Diabeto from the LHS Yellow Jackets. Find a knock there. That's going to be Love Kid or Love Cade. I believe already knocked out. Now the Yellow Jackets delayed in this assault forward here. They got the grab lift from Soccer, but for the Marauders, this is still not an answer for what they want to do here. The stupid one. You know what? Just happens to be in the way of that muzzle. I didn't choose the name. That is the... Yeah, that's their own choice, folks. Are they just playing ranked with these comps? Honestly, it's, you know, when you talk about high school Apex, we talk a lot about comfort, right? I mean, for tons of these players, ooh, I mean, some of them absolutely know what the competitive meta is, but a lot of them are learning, right? And so I'm not going to judge them. I know for a fact when I first started playing, you know, I played comfort in competitive. Either way, the LHS Yellow Jackets will finish off the Marauders as that 13th and, of course, first team eliminated here now. Because there is such a low lobby capacity, it does mean that there's going to be a lot of freedom for these teams to set themselves up. That being said, it is probably a little bit better than scrims. I don't know for how much longer. Arenity, a knock onto Golden Striker. Dinosaur King is on the other side of the PHTM squad. I assume that might mean Phantom. That being said, it is a 2v2 scenario here that they could find themselves in an equal footing. Still sitting on the napkins. It looks like VHEL and Moth. They are a little bit more healthy here inside the Lava Siphon. Somehow, someway, Pojo HS has missed out on free KP. Hit danger there, almost getting completely knocked on the salt forward. I mean, one good zip line out and away, and Franklin could be saying goodbye here in just a second. You have to hope that Octane is able to get to the ridge and get out of dodge. Now, VHEL will find a knocks on to Dinosaur King out towards Lava Siphon, but we're tuning in to none other than WHS. Red Hood with one knock. Another pop for 99 from I'm Nezzy. And this is the beginning of WHS dominance. Werf, Skitty Hog, Hallmark. These are some names. Now, I talked about Cabarius, or Cabarrus. They were definitely in a 2v2 advantage. They got a knock, and maybe they'll look for a couple more. VHCH, though, they've got WHS across from them. The Prowler shots just aren't looking clean here, and while there's a knock on the other side, Nezzy and Red Hood, flesh found, maybe an extension behind the Newcastle reset. You got to get him down, though, before he gets that revive, and that will be another squad eliminated at the hands of WHS here in the heart of Overlook. That is another fantastic roster, and looks like Cabarius did find some extra pieces there against PH or Phantom, I assume. Suarez, here you go. Hydration is great for everybody, and this time I have water. So, not much, you know, great place to be. CBCHS does survive to the top 8. Right now, they are currently top 4 overall with 16 points. So this is an opportunity for them to catch up over time here. And you know what? I have my faith. I think they are a capable roster. Capable. All the homies love water. That's right. I am a big water enjoyer. Some would be concerned with how much I do enjoy water. They would say, whoa, stop drinking that water. And I say, no, thank you. I love water. Well, the Montvent kids, they're in through the choke outside of World's Edge for now. They could very easily find that knock behind them, though. Sit down, little bro. I can't believe that's the name I'm looking at, but it is. WHS shot from up above. I'm Nezzy. A little shield battery heal there, and that will be a recovery for them for now. Looks like Phantom, the actual Phantom from WHS, is arriving to the fray with a little bit of a lag behind from Red Hood there. The Montvent kids, whether they know it or not, this is a huge issue ahead. Now, Austin is him and Wagyu already rotating back down over towards the fragment area. But when you've got aim like Nezzy's, it is no distance to assault. Gonna barely big out past the conduit. There's gonna be the follow through EMP from Red Hood here. Little extra trade of the Havoc. PK in hand, and it's an 11 Chunko to send Wagyu down. Now, Austin and sit down, little bro. I don't know how much farther they will get. One last hit to be found there, and that is going to be the entirety of this roster picked off by Nezzy. WHS now 3 rosters for a lead. I'm honestly, I don't know. I do not know who these WHS boys are, but wherever they end up in college, whenever that happens, they will be a threat to the collegiate scene. Now, Pojo, SHS1, they're making their way inside fragment for now. Talk about a nice 88 there for Cabarius, or Cabarrus. Someone's going to have to teach me how to pronounce that correctly. Hopefully one of these kids. It looks like they were able to get Golden Strike back into the game. Hey, VHEL will find a snipe and a half here. Follow through with the Sentinel and the pad. Trying to get a little flicky on the blicky, but realistically, that's about as hard as it gets. Reset has already come through for King, and it is going to be CBCHS now, kind of in a pinched play here. Up on high, Jaybird. Back to the interior there. Doesn't want to get knocked by this high ground disadvantage. Like I said, Cabarrus or Cabarius, they are on literally all sides of the picture here. A nice Sheila start from Moth will get a burnout. That could be another dive to go alongside it. CBCHS. Can't say you might be lasting for long. Franklin is nearby, but that is a solo, so I can't imagine we will actually see fighting to be had here. Instead, CBHS, another peek from the Sheila, and Exotic Go Crazy will be found. A dive behind the knockdown shown with one remaining member here. Cararius makes it look easy. Now, realistically, WHS has heard the shots, and they understand this is the next place to find KP. This roster understands that when you hear it go boom, you've got 3 more points to your room. Trying to get a little... not enough out of the window there. VHEL will be knocked out. That's our Sentinel friend, and there is an altar port play to get them to safety here. Somehow, someway, we've got another fight going on. Shout out Kid Danger. Instead... Cabarius. I mean, Sheila's on the follow-through for the port. Whoa, whoa, whoa. WHS just lost out on 2. Their ego, their greed. Okay, so for those who don't understand what just happened, because honestly, I didn't expect to see it, they opted to follow the altar portal through instead of just following up naturally. As a result, the minute they got to the building that Cabarius was holding down, they were instantly, and I mean instantly, deleted by a Sheila. Now, huge mistakes ahead here for Cabarius. Now, granted, the zone is closing stuff up, but I will say, WHS right now should be full thirsted. This would be the biggest loss we've seen from the WHS roster, I mean, ever. 3 squads, it's high school. Yo, Archer Shell, thank you so much for the follow, Archer. Albeit, I feel like you followed me already, Archer. Well, it looks like for now, we're gonna play defense a little bit against WHS, but the problem is, they are gonna get this reset. They are gonna come through from Geyser. They've got a couple of choices to do so. And yes, there is LH Yellow Jackets to also discuss here, but Susek, Old Bob Jr., and Diabeto, maybe not as close to the discussion at hand here. So realistically, we have the dramatic irony. We have the dramatic irony of knowing there isn't a dang thing over there. Well, WHS are back into the picture here. Remember, there is a couple of med kits available, so they are healthy for this rotate. You have to hope that Cabarius are going to hold them out impeccably on this rotate. Are the high school shooters better than collegiate? I'll tell you right now, for WHS, I do legitimately think if we compared the low level of collegiate to the high level of high school, there's a couple shooters, Sir Garson. All right. Here is the moment to prove you got the hair on your chest here. VHEL, Golden Striker, and Moth. They didn't finish the job onto WHS. They said, we'll handle it later. The ping has already come through here, and more importantly, the damage needs to come with it from Moth. A Sheila already extended in hand. Remember, the zone is ticking against WHS as they will dive to the low no-gram. This is going to be the follow-through of another. Car in the hands of Golden Striker, point blank, and it is a 30-30 Hezi. It's another knock on to I'm Nezzy. And WHS, they have no choice. They're split. Red Hood still stuck in no name. And oh my gosh, just barely will a van or an altar portal get them to safety. Problem, Red Hood is still stuck in zone. Phantom is no better. They have a little bit of a med kit heal ahead of them, but the follow-through from Cabarius means that Red Hood...
Did you know you've been earning decor for your house in World of Warcraft this whole time?
It is a county, and the pronunciation. This is tough. How the heck do you say this? I can't even look it up. Because Cabarius, or that's on here somewhere, but not this. I love High School Apex. Thank you. Yeah, 7th place finish for Pojo SHS. No KP to their name. You can see BHS with 3 there. CBC High School with nothing. Franklin with nothing. But as a solo, Franklin was able to survive all the way to the top 4. It is going to be WHS with 13 KP in a 3rd place finish. That means they'll have 20 points from that game. 3rd is 7 points, typically. LHS Yellow Jackets, they don't win that fight against Cabarius, so they walk away with 12 in total, 9 from their placement, 3 from their KP. And Cabarius, 14 alongside the dub, guarantees a 26-point finish for them. That is huge in the name of catching up here. He loves high. Okay. Well, remember, because this is High School Apex, we only do 2 games at a time. It is, of course, because, they are high schoolers. They are the youths, which means they cannot commit to a full 6-game series. But hey, like I said, I'd love to host a combine, get a combination of the college players and the high school players, and maybe showcase it to the all the prospective coaches, collegiate above. See if you got some talent lurking out there. Because there are some real scholarship opportunities for some of these players. All they got to do is take the chance. Oh, right. I asked you guys before this game, will WHS win this game? Y'all said no. And congratulations, you were right. That is going to be, looking at her summary here, Plowboy Walker. Well, you'll be getting the full takeaway there. Congratulations on the 360 points won. That being said, let's just do a simple who wins. Who wins game 2? Let's do Cabarius, WHS, or someone else. Simple bet. If you want to participate in it, pop on up here. And yeah. All right. Guys, by the way, while we wait, I'm just going to take it back to face. So the IRL Olympics are taking place here in 6 days. For those who don't know, I'm inviting 8 collegiate players to Texas. They're going to come to my pad, and they are going to compete in a series of IRL events. I'm talking things like potentially cooking, maybe some minor, physical activity, maybe some target stuff. I can't be too vocal about it because I want it to be a surprise, especially because I'm going to release the events here, or release the names of them in just a couple of days. That being said, man, Franklin takes this game, no doubt. Meadsy, good to see you. You're in my TikTok chat. That's crazy. Well, I didn't know you were a TikTok guy. Anyways, you guys have no idea. I spent so much time trying to figure out how to mic up 8 people, which is genuinely an incredibly hard thing to do. Let me see. Check this out. So this is the current setup I have. I just posted this on the X, the Twitters. Meadsy, thank you so much for the like, getting me up to 1K. You're a goat. Check this out. So I was able to find, and I'm not kidding, this is so cool. I was able to find 8 lav microphones, which also, by the way, come with headset mics, that has separate frequency wireless connections alongside a mixer, an entire mixer. Wait, hold on. We're getting into game 2 minutes, but I want to show you guys this mixer because it's crazy. this thing. Dude, look at this. WHS for the win game 2, by the way. Yo, your boy Q. My goat. You know, one of these days we should get someone in and do a little cast with me. Do a little cast with me. Actually, you know what? Do you know when you're converting to watching scrims? Soares, after this game. After this game. I always do this. SJSU Pojo for the win drop 2. I don't know about that. We'll see about it. Guys, look at this. This is the mixer that I purchased. I purchased an 8 setup. These are 8 channels. An 8-channel wireless mixer. All right. Double XLR outputs, etc. This is going to be the realm of what we work with for this event coming up here. And I've got 8 separate wireless battery pack, etc. I was about to say, your boy Q, you want to hop in for like 20 minutes just for the memes? No camera, just audio. It's a hell of a find. I know, right? It is absolutely crazy how lucky I am. I was able to pick up all 8 mics and this mixer for $200. I just gave you a lot of likes on TikTok. Meadsy, thank you for sharing the live. I don't know where you're sharing it or who you're sharing it to, but you have done nothing but share the live 20 plus times, and I'm kind of scared to find out who's dealing with that. Also, your boy Q, obviously you've been casting High School Apex to know anything about this, so we should get you on just for fun. I actually stepped out, Little Man Soccer, I heard we weren't casting tonight at VHEL, but we can definitely run it another week. No problem. You could just come hang out with me if you want. I cast it every single week. The only reason I didn't cast it last week was because my my cat got sick, and I had to take it to the hospital, and then I had to leave it at the hospital for several days, and I was very distraught. I'm boosting your algorithm, gang. Meadsy, thank you so much for the algorithm boost. You are an actual fan. That's right, guys. It's not about the subs. It's not about the follows. It's, can you play the system on TikTok for me while I wait? The little kitten from just a few months ago? Yes! Lewis! He got sick. He's looking at me right now. He's staring at me. I see him. He's being cute, though. Yeah, he got sick last week really badly. He was vomiting for a couple of days, and it was actually terrifying because I just no idea how to help him or anything. And, yeah. Hope the kitten is better. Yeah, he's okay now. He got lots of medicine, and that fixed him up very good. But I had to take like 5 days off because I was dealing with, you know, not only medical, but also medical expenses and all the other things to go alongside it. So, sadly, it looks like Various will be a duo this game. So what was a win is going to now be an uphill battle for this roster. Golden Striker and Moth do not have a third. Instead, we do have more squads available. WHS, they'll be playing in Big Mod for now. Outside of them, there's a Team 9. I don't know who Team 9 is, but it's someone. There is Solo Dolo. Franklin, fan favorite of Meadsy here, I guess. Solo Kid Danger was able to get all the way to 4th overall, so, I mean, very real. Could do it the same. Montvent Kids, though. Remember, Wagyu, Austin is him. We did see Sit Down, Little Bro, get caught out by WHS over towards that choke on the southern side of zone and stuff. Do we know what the full name of WHS is? I do not. I would have to ask for a much more in-depth analysis of the teams, which, let me click in. WHS, participants. Oh my gosh, wait, we do. Wiley High School. Wiley High School. W-Y-L-I-E. Well, it looks like Wiley High School, Nezzy, Phantom, and Red Hood have found their next target ahead here. Let's see how this one goes. A little pressure back onto I'm Nezzy. Remember, last time around, it was Nezzy who faced that first knock. And with Phantom also low as well here, that is going to be the Twins finding response. Now, Red Hood is your Pred level player. CLHS have shown up, and now with double cracks against WHS, Wiley are down to just one remaining here. This is tough. This is Clear Lake High School. Now, Nezzy is still in the picture, able to find that 301 burst there. 113 still in the chamber, make it 92 plus the 21. We'll see how it goes. Longbow in hand. I don't think they understand that the separation has already occurred here. Clear Lake High School, they're going to see if they can come up behind I'm Nezzy. But no, Nezzy's on that Octane just as quickly out of the picture there. It is still going to be tough, though. Need to get the banner reset recovery. This is another bad start for WHS. Who is BHS, Blueberry? Well, BHS is Belton High School. Belton High School. The Texas Tigers, it looks like. PHTM. Who are these guys? I do not know who PHTM is. Well, either way, Belton High School. Looks like they'll find Uno knock against the Yellow Jackets here. Old Bob and Susek. We saw how they lost a second place opportunity, and now will turn into another knock against them. Looks like Belton High School, they've got all the time in the world to chase out the remaining member of the Yellow Jackets. First live, and I love it. When do you go live? Blueberry, I go live every weekday at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern. On weekends, I go live early in the afternoon around like 12 Eastern.
Let's make a mess over there.
This guy does not appreciate my TikTok likes, probably just 1.5. Yo, not for you. Thank you so much for getting our TikTok likes up to 3.3K. That's right. If you get us up to 5K, I will say thank you again. Blueberry, if you have any more questions about college or high school Apex, feel free to ask me a question. Looks like we got plenty of teams, though, playing out for the end game. Looks like Phantom a knock against them. Instead, it is the LHS Yellow Jackets trying to hold on for dear life here. Instead, it is whiffs galore from Dinosaur King. I don't know why Susek didn't aim into the corner there, but it gets the Yellow Jackets wiped off of the map. I mean, that's it there. Phantom now into the face of Belton High School. I like the dive over the counter, but you will find that that is not allowed in this establishment. Belton, quick reset with the lifeline dock on the drone. Another knock against Phantom, and for Belton High School, I mean, you are praying you've got the speed to get out. Yeah, Phantom, it is Vexel still sitting on the interior of zone here, just south of Countdown, and I mean, you got to invest in that Octane, or you will see Belton invest in you. Sadly, the 99 is not a beam for them or more. And it looks like they might be able to escape here. Another long range from the Havoc. Yo, 5,000 likes on the tickety talk here. Thank you so much, not Koryu and Meadsy. If you guys push that to, if you guys get that to 100,000, I'm going to give each of you 5 RP. $5 RP, 10, but you got to get to 100,000. Yoshi, thank you for the follow, Yoshi. Well, looks like Clear Lake, they pressure out Sims Apex right alongside them. Wiley High School was able to put themselves back together here. On the other side of the equation, Christian Brothers College High. That is CBC, who happens to be nearby in this fight. Now, Clear Lake, they quickly X out of the building. That's going to give them the cover to boot here. College Brothers, they've taken over this space. Now, remember, with Wiley High School on their reset recovery, they could come into Lava Siphon here, and that could be a third party. Is Jay Sarah from California? Probably. I mean, just looking at the listing, J. Sarah Catholic High School, JSCHS. Wiley High School has arrived to the Lava Siphon Exchange. I don't see them in the kill feed, which tells me they're being quite relaxed to trying to find some of these initial knocks. College Brothers weren't in a good spot, but instead, Dark Zen will get the long-range knock onto Phantom here. But like I said, long range. So, quick reset. And it is going to be Wiley protected for now, just because you cannot cross and get pinched out on the return. And honestly, Wiley High School is being so respectful. Blueberry5244, thank you so much for the follow. Sincerely. 63 in the chamber. We'll see if we can add some more. Sadly, cover on the building. And Montvent will be unable to find the full KP, but could be following through into Fragment much further ahead here. Now, I swear we saw this shark fella run towards Harvester earlier. Somehow, some way, didn't manage to get out, and instead, we got a long-range try from the Flatty. I'm Nezzy's going to be chasing this one down on foot, and that's pretty much a guaranteed end for you here. Little teleport on the altar, and it will be Radeath Shark picked off. These guys are still using Sentinels. They need to hop on the longbow, Metin. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I never said it, but that's what I'm saying. Wiley High School. Belton has gotten the height above them for now. Still, Q Yans taking a huge response there, and that lifeline ultimate will tick in just a second. That'll be the perfect opportunity for, well, at least the likes of Wiley High School to come on in here, get a knock, maybe open this fight up. They are still separate, though. Red Hood trying to maybe get the EMP started here. Nezzy from one side, Phantom from the other. If one of the two, Nezzy or Phantom, get caught out on this push play, that could be the end of their life here. EMP, Nezzy on the other side. He might come up right behind the equation there. Oh, but so low from using the tactical. Belton now have the advantage, and WHS has made some critical mistakes this game. That is going to be to the inside of zone there, and I don't even know if we may see the survival. Yeah, Phantom actually goes down to the ring. That is crazy. Rest of WHS have to put their faith back into Red Hood here, and they're going to run right into Zernex. Yans from the other side, and it is up to Zernex here on the choke to keep the dreams going here for Belton. Problem is, Red Hood, it's not much better than themselves. They're going to be going towards that same crafter here, and technically, Zernex, they're going to be the one to find it. It's been 24 days since I've eaten. Can you buy me Chipotle? 6 more days, kindly monkey. 6 more days. I'll tell you what, 6 more days, kindly. Dark Zen will find a finish onto Wagyu there, and that is going to be the Montvent kids caught out on the choke up on high. Looks like they got 2 knocks against them, so Montvent down to 1 remaining member. We got our friends Cabarrus, even as a duo, still playing the final end zone here. And honestly, guys, credit where it's due. Our high school friends are actually surviving to these final zones here. 10 squads is a healthy number to behold, and especially with WHS struggling to get some of this early KP, they don't look too great. Looks like Nishi. Don't know what high school Nishi is from, but Team 9 should be able to potentially rat this one out on the inside of the geyser. Clear Lake High School. All right, they got themselves the high ground galore here. What I like about this high ground is, especially alongside that Ashport, you have your choice of the litter when it comes to where you play into zone as this one closes up here. So, for Clear Lake, good chances ahead. College Brothers, they've got themselves a building of their own name. Belton High School, shout out to them, able to get a nice revive here before the zone closed in. They might be coming up right behind Clear Lake. And the same cannot be said for Wiley High School. Wiley High School, still just Red Hood, was unable to get to that crafter because Belton was defending it. Now they are right in the center of zone. They're going to have to pull for a revive extremely late here. I mean, right next to all of these other squads. I mean, that is about as tough as it gets. Let's go SJH Pojo. All right, Springtown High School, Plowboy Walker. We'll see if they can come out on top. There's the revive, though. You can hear it in the distance, which tells us that Wiley High School is back in the picture. They lost that win coming into the game number 1. Will they let this fall again? Belton High School, they found a couple of trades in their own way. Zernex and Yans against Zark Zen there. Little take onto the backside, and that will be Belton with another chunk of KP to their name. Nishi is ratting nearby inside the choke, and it looks like Wiley High School, they're going to play the train line for now. Now, issues ahead. Nezzy and Phantom are still sitting on the blue shields. There is no Evo cash available on that western side of zone. So, it's going to be tough for them to get to the point where they have an advantage. The stupid one from Marauders, not their name, or not the name I chose for them. That's just how it goes, okay? Looks like is going to be stuck out as a solo for now. Well, sadly, WHS, Wiley High School, quick and easy will they find it with the drone up on high. Manolito, my friend from Rio Grande, good to see ya. Welcome back to the stream, Manolito.
Let's go here. This way, Mitch. Hey, we got bad guys over there.
Belton versus Wiley. These two high schools could make for a defining moment in Game 2 here. If they fight this out, this will decide who wins the game. That high ground blue box finish is the position you need to be in if you're going to deliver a dub. Now, for Belton, they are still in zone here. They don't have to make a move onto Wiley yet. But the longer they wait, it's a chance they might get teleported out, or that potentially Belton will get choked from that side of zone. Just gave you 5.5k likes. 100k gonna be hard. Koryu, still, thank you so much, man. Your thumbs, they must be on fire. Wiley High School trying to take up a little more of zone, and Pojo SHS, they come on through the other side. Wiley has to be so careful now. They are pinched from either side of zone. This is the God spot, but it takes a godly level of talent to hold on where it counts. The dive to SH, this could be a death for Nezzy. None of the mastiff shots are hitting there they need to. Still though, a knock on to Braden, and with Phantom showing out in the same way, it is going to be the thirst they need against the Pojo roster. Montvent, sit down, little bro. It's going to be right up against Pojo here. That'll be sit down, though, caught out by Phantom. And with one remaining member on the low ground for Pojo, they're probably on their way out here. Yep. Looks like Wiley clear out the south side. Belton will take over the God spot. Cambarius, who did win game 1, are still in the picture, but they are stuck as a duo. Kraber in the hams of Zernexy. And this is going to be a big problem ahead here. Still, though, Snipes out and away from Red Hood with the 30-30. Try and drive. Try and play for your success. And for Belton, this is a struggle bus at hand. Cavarius, though, they are going to be the sole providing protector right now of Belton. You cannot see Wiley High School cross this, because if they do, you're immediately going to get shot down by that Sheila. Zones are closing here. Round 5 has met its end. Wiley High School, they'll turn their attention to Cavarius there. Going to try to force them up the hillside right into the face of Belton High School. But a nice 150 from Golden Striker, though, will pressure Wiley back. Little high ground trade up there from Wiley. And this is fight v fight against the two. Wiley finally a knock onto Moth, and with one remaining member of Cavarius, Nezzy has to be careful here. Still a full thirst, and we are down to a 3v3. Belton High School knows better than anyone that the time to capitalize is now. An EMP coming on through here, and that will put damage down onto Belton. A knock onto Zernex, no beams, and that's the Wiley High School I know. Wiley High School That is going to be their 3rd win overall in high school Apex. This team, 2 weeks in a row now, they have only lost once. Phantom, Nezzy, and Red Hood have showcased absolute excellence. It is crazy how everyone has the R9. I know. Now, the real question, guys, is how much KP did Wiley get? This is a roster that accelerates usually. The problem is they were not really part of some of those fights till the very end there. So it's kind of a low KP game. 12 points for their placement, 13 for their KP, 25 total. Belton High School actually does a great job staying competitive. They have 20 points total. Second place is 9, 11 for their KP. Third is 7 for Cabarrus. And even as a duo, 12 points is a nice double-digit finish to walk away from.